Hello, everybody. This is Eric's here, and today I had a more serious topic I wanted to talk about, and that's my opinions on what happened in the global server Siege finals. So, for those of you who don't know, Say Sway again made it to the finals, and so did Malicious. But Malicious's guild leader ended up getting banned. It was like a 1 day and then a 6 day ban, and it was because he got reported. It wasn't a bot that had gone out there and caught him for having a lewd profile image or anything. Someone reported him, and ComTOS acted and delivered the leader of Malicious a 6 or 7 day ban right before the finals started for the Siege tournament. Now, before going any further, I want to establish I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to say who did it or why. Whoever did it had their own reasons, and that's beside the point. Long story short, it's just a really unfortunate situation. One of the things you definitely have to keep in mind is that ComTOS is definitely making a statement by saying that just because you're one of the top players doesn't mean that you're immune to breaching the terms of services. You're subjected to the rules equally, and I think that's a good thing. However, situations in the real world are not so black and white all the time, such as when the Siege tournament finals are approaching. I think that instead of looking at the situation such as since X, we execute Y, ComTOS could have found a more elegant way of dealing with this situation without pissing off so many people. Before we go any further, I want to clarify that it's not as though he changed his profile image into something that was inappropriate immediately before the Siege tournament. It had been that way for quite a while. I mean, I imagine years up until this point, and it had never been an issue. He'd never been banned for it, supposedly. So why now? And is that really fair? Perhaps a better way ComTOS could have amended this situation was since the issue was with the profile image, they could have changed it back to the default profile image, but still putting their foot down, and after the siege battle, after the competition was over, sat him down and said, now you are banned for 6 or 7 days. I think ComTOS could have owned up to their part in the matter as well. Since this had been his profile image for a very long time, why did they have to dishonor the tournament and all of the people in the guilds that were competing by banning at this time and not admitting that, yes, we messed up, but now that we are aware of this, we will punish this individual fairly, just as though it were any other person in the community? From my perspective as a fan and a fellow player competitor, it's just really shitty to see something like this happen. And that's not to blame ComTOS or what they did, how they handled it. I think that what they did was fair to an extent. If someone is caught doing something unacceptable in another esport or another sport in the real world, they're off the team. They're gone. Good riddance, right? So my point is that ComTOS is definitely not in the wrong for what they did. However, what rubs me the wrong way, as well as I think a lot of other people, is how mechanically they decided to solve this situation and how unwilling they were to work with the people in order to make this tournament still happen. It was the finals after all. To wrap things up, it's really just a shitty, unfortunate situation. And ComTOS isn't in the right or the wrong, neither is Malicious. It's just frustrating as hell to see that the finals of the tournament went down this way. With that all out of the way, I think one of the best ways we can deal with this frustration that we're feeling about this situation is by letting our feelings and opinions on the matter be heard. Of course, you can go to Reddit, but it's looking pretty damn toxic there right now. But I also have a comment section which you can feel free to utilize and converse with yourselves. And I just ask that none of you judge each other too hard, but just try to work through this unfortunate situation we're in together. Anyways, that's all for me today. I just want to get my opinion out there. Feel free to do all the YouTube stuff like liking and subscribing and stuff, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Until next time, take care, everybody.